It happens every time. It's super predictable. The second hidden mistake that I see is that we skip over our strategy, right? Your strategy is how are you going to go about achieving your goal, right? And if I ask you that, how do you want this, your goal process or journey to feel, you would say, I want it to be comfortable. I want it to be easy. I want it to be simple, right? But guess what? That's never how we set things up for ourselves. We always end up choosing the hard and complicated route for ourselves, and that just makes more struggle, right? And again, leads to a lot of wasted time and disappointment. The third hidden mistake is that we try to take on too much too fast, right? And we're really looking at the tactics. The tactics are the what. What am I going to do? So play a quick game with me. If you let's say this is your current practice, right? You right now you're walking or running a mile a week, let's say. And that is your one wellness practice that you're really good at. You get out and you run or walk a week, 1 mile a week. And maybe you're eating pretty much all day, right? Late into the night. And that's pretty standard for you. And then you get a wild hair and you say to yourself, you know what, I just got to do better. I'm ready to get get back on the horse and start taking care of myself better, right? And so Monday, you're doing this 1 mile a week, but then Tuesday or Wednesday of that same week, you've jumped all the way to 20 miles of walking and running every week, right? And instead of eating just in 20 hours all throughout the day, you're down to just 2 hours a day, right? And you got that one practice over here, but now you're just going to jump in, you're going to take care of all the things that you know you need to do for yourself. You're going to start them all today. That's what we do all the time. And when we do that, it just sets us up for unintended consequences, right? We just make life harder for ourselves. We a lot of setbacks, and we end up with a lot of negative conversation because we fall, right? We make it so hard that we can't get over the hurdles and make self-care easy and accessible for ourselves. And every time we do that, we set ourselves up for more disappointment and self-doubt. We end up with that negative conversation in the back of our minds. I'm going to suggest to you that there is a better way, and I'm excited to share this with you today. What if we have a different way of putting together this pie chart? You know, if you are interested in having more confidence in whatever it is you're doing in your life, the way to do that is to plan for it to be easy and efficient instead of complicated and hard. Easy and efficient. So the way to do that is to really understand, why do I need to do this? Why is this important in my life? Put more time and emphasis there. Clarify, what objectives am I trying to meet for myself? Then put time and effort into the how, and then the what. And I know that what looks super small. I'm going to share with you why that is, I think that's the best way to put it together. So here's a different way of looking at it. We'll use this pyramid, right? The base here at the bottom is your why. And then we'll get into how. And this how is really, how do I want to feel as I'm going through my self-care plan, my self-care regimen? What do I want the journey to look like or feel like for me, right? And then at the top, we'll look at exactly what it is we're actually going to do. So let's dig into these a little bit. Let's look a little bit at this why. Remember that this is for you so that you can feel your best and then be able to give your best. So really understanding what's important to you right now, what's your direction and your priority at this moment of your life is a really important question to start with. And I really want to emphasize this moment in your life, not 20 years ago or 10 years ago what was important to you, but what's important to you now, right? What are the outcomes that you want to achieve for your life now? What's really important to you, right? And who do you want to be versus what are you going to go and do? What kind of person do you want to be? There's a statement I have written up on my wall, and I see it every day. Cara-Michele, if you could be the woman of your dreams, who would you be? If you could be the woman of your dreams, who would you be? That's the question I want to ask you. Now, once you kind of have some clarity around that, you want to pair that up with what I'm calling the compelling force. And this is the who, right? We will always do more for other people than we will for ourselves. I don't know why that is, but it's the truth. And I bet you agree with me. So who's going to benefit from you feeling your best on a consistent basis? Is it your son or daughter, your partner, your husband, your coworkers, your mother and father, your neighbors? Who is going to benefit and what's at stake for them if you don't feel your best, if you don't show up your best on a regular basis? That's the next piece, right? So once you're clear about these pieces, then understanding what it is you need to do for your life, what it is that's important for you to put in place and figure out how to get over those hurdles, then it becomes super easy for you.